you're on opposite sides of the draw. You're not going to play each other unless you're both in the final.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
No, you typically fall apart in the second round.
Hello, hello. This is Natalie. I'm here with Zoe. We're going to do a little airport deck tech of the Commoner IRA deck that we use for the Commoner Goalful event. Figured people might be interested in this with Commoner getting a battle hardened soon at Portland. Very exciting. So if you want to know about one of the premier decks in the format, this is IRA. I don't think it should be a surprise to people who have been playing the game for a while that she's really good in Commoner. Her hero ability is super straightforward, just gives your second attack each turn +1. You accrue a lot of value over the course of the game, I thought. Let's get straight into the equipment. Most games we're presenting 2 Kodachis. You use this to support kind of your core gameplay pattern of attack for 1, attack for 2, attack for 5. For a really efficient 2-card 8 on hard no block breakpoints. Certain matchups you can get away with bringing Zephyr Needle in place of one of these if they don't run Sync Belows and things like that. This is also really important for Icelander to pressure them, even though they do sometimes run Sync Belows. It's just, you need the damage in order to kill them before they can kill you. Our baseline equipment is Curtain Cross Strap, Mask with 3 Tails, Goliath Gauntlet, and Snapdragon Scalers. Mask will very often pressure your opponent to block at least with the second Kodachi. It's somewhat rare to actually get to activate this in certain matchups, but just having the threat of it is enough a lot of the time. Cross Strap is just a really powerful piece of equipment. We'll get into the Cross Strap targets later, but this enables some of your biggest turns. You'll usually use it at the same time as Goliath Gauntlet because they target the same things. Snapdragon Scalers just let you go a little wider. They're really important for applying pressure. Usually you're trying to just kind of rush people down and get them into Kodachi range as soon as possible, while still having like a mid-range game plan and blocking really well. Every now and then we'll bring Breaking Scales instead in the arm slot if we need a bit of armor really badly. But this I think is a flex slot. Finally, we have 2 pieces of AB put in arms. This lets us keep Cross Strap and Snapdragons into Icelander while having enough AB to contest dying, but you don't want to be spending the whole game ABing, so we're not AB3.
I was on the legs.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were doing the arm. I was on the northern legs.
Oh no!
Same 51.
Okay, 51 cards, sure. Okay. So like I said, your core gameplay pattern is Kodachi, Kodachi, attack for 5. Here are 1-cost cards that let us kind of support that. Torrent of Tempo. On hit go again means it's really good with the mask. If they let this hit, you can pop mask and use whatever you draw. Push the point punishes people for not blocking Kodachis. Critical Strike is just a 1 for 5 and it blocks for 3. It's great. We are shooting in an airport. Bittering Thorns from the TCC decks. I always dreamed of getting this card in red, and now we have it. It's wonderful. It's as powerful in Commoner as it is in CC.
Really good in your middle chain link.
Yeah, a lot of times it's really good to put this on chain link 2 to get buffed by Ira. 5 is more of a real breakpoint than 4. People do have Sync Belows. This is especially good against Enigma when you need to go extra wide, and 151 is really difficult for them to deal with. Your last 1-cost card is Razor Reflex. Sometimes this is just used to kill somebody, sometimes this is a chain extender. The threat of it will cause people to misplay sometimes. Great card. We have a couple 0 costs to round us out here. Soulbeat Strike, it's just super efficient, 0 for 4, blocks 3. It does the same thing as Torrent, where if they let it hit after 2 Kodachis, then you get to draw a card with Mask and use the card that turn. Great 1-card hand as well. Scar for Scar is another extender. Often I will be going second in this deck if I can choose it, and if they try to leak damage on turn 1, I'm often happy to let them do so if I have a Scar in my hand, just so I can start the game a little bit more aggressively. Next we have 6 two-cost cards that we can pair with Heart and Cross Strap. The best one is Stony Wootenhog. Stony punishes people who block too much into you if they are blocking the second Kodachi and like trying to value block your 5. You can Snapdragons, Cross Strap Gauntlet, and come in for 9 with this. And they often won't have enough cards left to stop it from getting the buff. Even if they do, you force them to block with 2 cards. It's really good. Brutal Assault, another 2 for 6 that you were happy to cross strap out. It blocks for 3. You don't need many more text than that.
Blocking with 3 and then just popping Goliath Gauntlet and cross strap to send a 1-card 8 is honestly a very powerful way to take back tempo.
Absolutely, yeah. This lets you have a 1-card 8 once per turn, or once per game. That is wildly powerful. Flying Kick is the last one. This one's a little bit awkward to use with cross strap, but what you can do is pop cross strap, then you play a Kodachi, and your Flying Kick will be discounted. You just can't put a middle extender in the middle of that.
Do not play Bittering Thorns before this.
Yeah, no, don't do that. The Bittering Thorns will eat the cross strap they discount. What you could do is Bittering Thorns, break the chain to cross strap, Kodachi, Flying Kick. That works really well. Lastly, we have Salt the Wound rounding this out. This one's, I think, kind of a flex slot, but it can be a real attack as well as a pitch card, so it's just pretty flexible.
I've been less impressed with this lately now that Enigma's really good. It's kind of just a yellow-blue wounding blow.
It sure is.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, this is never getting taxed against Enigma, so this is a slot that might change. Lastly, rounding out our non-resource cards, we have Fates and Sinks. These are just good numbers. They're a staple in decks in every format for a good reason. In the sideboard, we also have 2 Oasis Respite that will come in for the Fates against Wizards. Now we'll just move into the resources. All of these are pretty interchangeable. They all just cost 0 and block 2. Soulbeat Strike and Wounding Blow are the best ones because
block 3.
Block 3, thank you. Soulbeat Strike and Wounding Blow are the best ones because they attack for 2.
Sometimes this can threaten to go again.
Yeah, Soulbeat Strike is actually pretty real in the end game. So when you're making your blocking decisions, definitely prefer blocking with the 1 attacks over these if you can.
It's such a small.
You can pitch these for later, but it matters. Sometimes.
It does matter.
Yeah,
it mattered to our finals game.
It sure did. Yeah, the rest of our blues all attack for 1 and cost 0 and block 3. They're functionally the same card. The combo text is not real on any of these. We don't actually have any more legal cards in the pool that satisfy being blues that cost 0 and block 3 for this deck right now. I think if we ever get a second one, or another one, it might swap in over Salt the Wound, or you could place a red here. I think this slot, play around with it. Yeah, that's it, that's the deck. It is one of the most powerful decks in Commoner right now. That could change with Rosetta. I think some of the Rosetta heroes are poised to be really powerful as well. But yeah, great deck, has a good matchup into the field, especially into the other top meta decks of Enigma and Icelander. Yeah, thanks for watching.